Hey there, designers. Have you ever wanted to make your Figma prototypes feel just like real apps? Well, today is your lucky day. We are diving into intermediate prototyping in Figma, where we'll explore how to create seamless, interactive experiences that mimic real world applications. From advanced linking and overlays to some of Figma's latest features, we have got jam packed sessions ahead. So stick around and let's get started. This is Tulsi from KnowHow Academy. Here's what we'll be covering today. First, advanced linking and interactions. Learn how to connect multiple screens seamlessly for smooth navigation. Overlay prototyping. Create realistic models, dropdowns, and tooltips. And a sneak peek into advanced prototyping. We'll know more about conditional logic in Figma. Let's start with advanced linking between frames. If you're designing a multi-screen prototype, you don't just want basic navigation, you want fluid, intuitive user experiences. So let's select a frame. And few multiple frames and we'll align them. As we learned in the last videos about assets and libraries, let's use icons from that asset library. And we'll add icons to other frames also. So there are multiple options and you can choose any according to your requirement. Let's choose add button. Then let's go for the attach file or the pin file. Then we'll add bookmark. So let's scale it. According to the size of our main icon. And we'll do the same for the rest icons also. And we'll also change the colors to match the theme. You can choose custom colors or also you can choose from color styles. And make sure to align it properly. So our multiple frames are ready. And yes, don't forget to rename it. So it will be easier for you. Let's name it main and add, then pin, and lastly, a bookmark. We'll click on prototype in the right side panel, then we'll connect main frame, click on it, and drag the blue circle to the pin frame. And do the same for the rest. So let's click on it and choose our trigger. So let's select the first one. We'll click on key and we'll choose the up arrow. You can choose any kind of animation like instant, dissolve, smart animate, move out or move in. I'll choose move out and the up direction. So it will look more realistic and kind of fun when we'll click on upper arrow and it will move out. And the last, that is bookmark, we'll choose key. Let's choose the down arrow and the same one. Okay, so we'll choose navigate to action. Then we'll choose the destination bookmark. Remember not to mess with the destination and click the correct frame. In the right side panel, you can see whatever the options you have choose. For example, the directions that you have chose key down arrow or key up arrow and the on click trigger. And to present it, you can click on the top right side panel. You can see the play button over there, or you can also use the shortcut Control plus Alt plus Enter. As you can see, when we are clicking on our main frame, it goes to the pin frame. And when we are clicking the upward arrow, it goes to the add file. And when we are pressing the down arrow, it goes to the bookmark one. But for example, after that, if we again want to go back to the main frame, then we'll have to connect it again. We'll click on the add frame and connect it to the main frame. Then we'll choose the trigger mouse leave, that when the mouse will leave the frame area, it will go again back to the main frame. And we'll do the same for the rest frames. I know it seems messy, but trust me, once you learn about prototyping, it will be really helpful for your future designs. So let's see how it goes. We'll again use the shortcut Control plus Alt plus Enter. As you can see, when we are clicking on our main frame, it goes to the pin frame. As you can see, when it is leaving the frame area, it again goes back to the main frame. So next, overlay prototyping. What is an overlay in Figma? Before we jump into creating overlays, let's first understand what they are. An overlay in Figma is a floating UI element that appears on top of your current screen instead of navigating to a new one. It is used for designing pop-ups, drop-downs, tooltips, sidebars, and modal windows. So, why use overlays? They make prototypes feel more realistic, like real applications. They allow additional interactions without disrupting the main screen. They support various transition effects like dissolve, instance, smart animate, etc. So let's take an example for an overlay where in this mobile screen, we'll click on notes and then a pop-up screen will appear. Let's see how it will happen. So let's select our pop-up screen from assets. We'll scale it up. You can make your custom pop-up screen also, or you can choose from assets also. So let's select nodes. So let's go to prototype, select our nodes and connect it to our pop-up screen. Then we'll choose our trigger. Then we'll choose open overlay. So it will open that pop-up screen. And animation, you can choose any, instant, dissolve, based on your requirement. And also connect the pop-up screen with the main frame. Also do the reverse linking, as in link the pop-up screen with the main frame. So after the appearance of the pop-up screen, when you click on the pop-up, so it goes back and the main frame or the main screen will appear again. And we'll choose close overlay. You can also click on the flow for previewing. So let's zoom out this. And when we are clicking on our nodes, you can see a pop-up screen. And when we are clicking on a pop-up screen, it again goes back to our main frame. Let's try again. See? So it was so easy, right? So overlays make your design feel more realistic and improve usability. Before we wrap up, let me give you a sneak peek at what's coming next. In the next video on advanced prototyping in Figma, we'll explore conditional logic, a game changer for dynamic interactions. So, what is conditional logic? Conditional logic in Figma allows interactions to change based on user input or conditions. For example, show hide elements. A submit button appears only when text is entered. This features makes your prototype feel even smarter and more interactive. So today we covered really important aspects of prototyping. We learned first advanced linking, connecting multiple frames for seamless navigation, and second, overlay prototyping to create modals, dropdowns, and tooltips for a more interactive user experience. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy for your IT source. We are always there to help you navigate to the tech world. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.